Good morning. Welcome to day 109, Monday, July 27th, 2026. So I have my backpack on, but I'm not leaving. I'm just bringing it to the post office so I can more easily carry my resupply back to the hotel. I got a few items I'm gonna send back, and I think I'm gonna have 2 boxes of resupply, and I'm definitely not gonna bring everything because I have a lot of extra stuff right now. So I already know like what I need. I only need a handful of meals and a few other things, and the rest I'll just pack back up and ship on back home. So yeah, it's probably gonna take me half hour, 45 minutes to get there. So that's where we're headed. So I think I'll probably end up walking about 3 or 4 miles today, just going to the post office and back, going back to the Walmart. It's another one of those towns where there's not a lot of public transportation options. I guess a year or two ago there was like one Uber driver and people were getting around on that according to Far Out, but she's not around anymore, I guess. There is a bus service where you can call them. You know, it's primarily for seniors, but we can use it too and pay whatever. But of course they don't operate on Mondays for some reason. So there is some sort of taxi service in town, but I think they charge like outrageous prices, and I can't bring myself to get a taxi just for a mile and a half one way. So I'll walk it. It's good to stretch the legs, but yeah, if there was like an Uber available, I definitely would hop on that. For the trip back at least, when I'll have a heavier load, but it's no big deal. It's early. It's already feeling pretty warm, so get this done early, go to the Walmart early, and then probably just kind of chill out the rest of the day and get an early start tomorrow out of town. So that's the plan right now. And so the other wrinkle to like get a quick ride is hitchhiking is illegal in town. Some people in Far Out have mentioned getting hassled, quote unquote, by the cops for sticking out a thumb, you know, let go of the warning, that kind of thing. So hitchhiking is frowned upon. So even on this walk, like I could have my thumb out and someone might pull over. It happened in a couple of other towns, but do that here and you might be in handcuffs. Probably not, but you might get a ticket. Not exactly super welcoming for a CDT gateway community. I mean, hitchhiking is a very important part of getting around these towns that are spread out. So it's too bad that that's enforced. All right, I've got my resupply packages. I'll go through them. I got a fresh box. Sarah is going to be out of town. She's going to a quilt retreat and then going to Connecticut to see her family. So we have friends in Manchester. Thanks, Becca and Mike. I'm going to ship this package to them so that it's not sitting in front of our house for who knows how long. So I'm going to get that organized and then start making my way back. So this is the most important thing in this resupply. Brand new trail runners. My other ones had over 500 miles on them and they were getting pretty rough. So this is awesome. Look at that tread, beautiful. All right, so even with a little wiggle room, I only need to take 3 of these meals. So assuming it's still gonna be pretty hot out there, definitely don't want the beef lasagna. Stuff with rice is usually I can get down. Beef stew, probably not. This is kind of a heavy, creamy one too, but better option of the other 2. So these are the 3 I'll take with me. So especially for the hotter sections, like this is good. Sometimes you just don't feel like eating anything, but this is easy to get down. But surprisingly heavy, the mix of Swedish Fish and Sour Patch Kids, but it does give a little sugar boost and can eat it when it's really hot. Typically not a sugar candy kind of guy, usually stick to the chocolate, but doesn't always work in the heat. All right, so the post office is done. That's good. It was painless. Of course, at the end, as I was shipping a package back home, it's not consistent, right? Between the PCT in here, half of the clerks want you to use an address in the town you're at, so I always just use the hotel address. I've tried using just the home address for the return address, and some clerks have an issue with that. Then this clerk told me that's what you should do, and the other clerks weren't trained properly. And I should have just kept my mouth shut and smiled and got on with my day. But I had to get into it with her because I said, man, she's been up and down working at post offices all over the place. Well, I've been up and down post offices sending packages all over the place for these through hikes, and it is not consistent at all. You never know what you're going to be told, so I had to get into it. So we agreed to disagree. It really doesn't matter, but that's that. Now I got to make the long walk back. I'll drop this off, go to the Walmart. It's already hot out here, and then relax in air conditioning for the rest of the day. Just stopped at this little gas station next to the hotel. They had a deal on Gatorades, because at Walmart you just can't buy like one Gatorade, right? You got to buy like 6 of them. I didn't see any singles for sale, so they had like a 2-for-1 deal. So I snatched those up, and they had one Lonely Twix salted caramel bar, so I grabbed that as well. I'm gonna just dump my backpack in the room and head right over to the Walmart, get that done. There's a lot of cloud cover right now. This is a good time to be walking. The sun isn't like baking, so. All right, over to the Walmart. Hopefully I can get everything I need there and won't have to go out again until tomorrow morning. Right now, at least around 9:30, this would be a very good day to hike. Look at all that cloud cover. Hopefully it's like this tomorrow. Okay, let's do a quick little Walmart score. So I got a nice salad. I have a container from the other day, so that'll be my salad bowl. I went with a bunch of frozen pizzas. I was gonna do Domino's, but I just didn't feel like I was gonna be out enough days for the Domino's to bring out, so yeah, I went a little overboard, all different kinds. So I got these yesterday, and what I'm gonna do is cut up these nice grilled chicken breasts. It'll be nice instead of having the chicken tenders with the breading. I got a nice little sauce there to put on. I've got some provolone cheese. They're gonna be good wraps. And then of course, another one of those. And I went a little crazy because I wanted really just vanilla donuts, but none of their boxes had vanilla donuts. I had to get the big variety. So how many donuts can Brian eat in 1.5 days? We'll see.